Hi, I'm Tim and thanks for watching this video. Are you thinking of upgrading your SMLight SLZB Zigbee Coordinator? Well, in this video I'm going to teach you and show you how to transfer your Zigbee devices from your Zigbee network from your old coordinator into your new coordinator without having to repair the devices. So it's quite easy to do. So what we'll do is hop onto the computer behind me here and I'll show you what to do. However, just one thing to note is that if you're using a Zigbee coordinator with the ZStack option, so if it's a ZStack chip, then you can only transfer it to another ZStack chip. But if you're running Ember, so if you're running an Ember chipset, then you can transfer that to another Ember chipset, but you can't transfer them between the two Ember and ZStack chipsets. So it will not work. You'll have to repair the devices. Unless, of course, someone knows different, then let me know in the comments to this video. So let's hop onto the computer behind me and we'll get them transferred over from the SLZB-MR3 to the SLZB-Ultima3. So let's get started. So here we are at the computer, and what I've done is logged in to my SLZB-MR3, and also in the second tab I've logged into Home Assistant. As you'll see here, I'm at the dashboard at the moment. So what we're going to do is go back to the other tab for the SLZB-MR3. Now fortunately this one has two chips in it. So as you'll see, we've got radio 1, which is running a EFR32 chipset. So that is an Ember chipset. And we've got radio 2, which is running a CC26 chipset. And that is for ZStack. It can be a P7 or P10 or whatever, but it does have to be the same chipset. So what we first need to do is the left hand side, go to Z2M and ZHA. Then you will see we get the two chipset information here for Zigbee2MQTT. So I'm transferring from a CC2674 to another CC2674, but on the SLZB-Ultima. So what you need to do is make a note of the baud rate. So you'll see that here. And you also need to make a note of the adapter name. So in this case, you'll see it's ZStack. So I'll note that the baud rate is 115,200 and the adapter is ZStack. So what we need to do is scroll down to the bottom of the page and you will see we get some information about IEEE addresses. Now you'll see there's one for EFR, so we can ignore that section. But for the CC2674 section, what we're going to do is click on Read Factory IEE. Then you will see it brings up a code in this box. So what we need to do is copy and paste that code into a notepad document. So here I've got a notepad, so whether you use pen and paper or just a document to copy and paste it into, it's up to you. So once we've copied and pasted it into there, what we need to do is go back to the Home Assistant tab, then go to Settings and then Apps, then Zigbee2MQTT. So click on that. And then what we're going to do is click on Stop to stop Zigbee2MQTT running. Now what you need to do is wait for the red dot and the circle to disappear, which means it's then stopped Zigbee2MQTT. And as you can see, it's now disappeared and we've got the start button. So now what we can do is, now that we've copied the code into a notepad document here and we've stopped Zigbee2MQTT, we can now unplug our MR3 adapter, so the SLZB-MR3, and we can plug in the new one. So in this case, it's going to be the SLZB-Ultima3, which I've recently done videos on. So if you want to know about the Ultima 3, then look at the videos on my channel, which have just recently been released. So what I'll do is unplug the MR3 and we'll plug in the Ultima 3 and then we'll wait for it to power on. So we'll give it a couple of minutes to settle down before we proceed. So you'll now see that the Ultima 3 has powered on and I've accessed it through the web interface. So what we're going to do with the Ultima 3 is we're going to go into Z2M and ZHA. We're going to scroll down to the bottom of the page and again you will see that there's two chipsets. So we've got the EFR, which we're not using, as I've said, so we can only transfer it to the CC26. So what we're going to do is from the notepad document, we're going to copy this code and then we're going to click in the red box here. So flash custom IEE address, we're going to click in that box and then paste in that code from the notepad document. Then what we're going to do is click on write IEEE address. Then with the message that pops up, radio SOC will be reflashed. So just click flash and then click OK if you get a prompt coming up from your browser. Just click OK. Wait for the module to be reflashed. Then you will see you get a message saying update done. Now if it fails, just do the write IEE address again. So you might have to copy and paste the address in here, but just click on write IEE address again and you should get the update done message. So when you get that, click close, and that means that it's now flashed the code from the old coordinator into the new coordinator. So now what we're going to do is go to the Home Assistant tab. So we've got that still open. So we've still got Zigbee2MQTT open. And what we're going to do is select configuration at the top. Then we're going to select the serial line here. So click on it and it should bring 3 drop down options. So in the port, what we're going to do is type in the name of our new coordinator. Now, if you're not sure what it is, you can go to the coordinator page, click on dashboard, and then you will see in the MDNS address, you get the address there. So what you can do is copy that and then paste it into the Home Assistant screen where the port and serial line is. So you're going into the port line and you're pasting that in. So just delete the old one, including local. And then for the port number, you need to make sure that the port number is correct. So again, go back to the SLZB screen, go to Zigbee to MQTT and ZHA, so Z to M and ZHA, and then scroll down a little and you should see the chipset. So for the CC26, you'll see that we've got the socket port of 7638. So in this case, it's the same as the old coordinator, so it's the same port number. So what we need to do is go back to the Home Assistant screen, and then you'll see we've got the correct port number 7638. So you should have the TCP : / the name of your coordinator .local and then a colon and then the port number. Now in adapter, this should be the same. So you won't be changing that. So it should either say ZStack or Ember. So as I said, you can only move from Ember to Ember and ZStack to ZStack, not from Ember to ZStack or vice versa. So just make sure that the baud rate is still 115,200. So to do this again, go back to the coordinator screen and you'll see we've got the CC2674 and the serial speed is still 115,200. So go back to the Home Assistant screen. Then what we're going to do is click Save, and the Save button should then turn grey. Then what we're going to do is go to the Info tab at the top, and what we're going to do is click on Start and then go to the log page at the top, and you should then get white and green text messages. If you get red, it means that you've done something wrong and that there's an error. So make sure that the messages that you get are all white and green. So you'll see we've got green info there. And what you need to do is just wait a couple of minutes and it should then start up Zigbee to MQTT, and it should then have readopted the devices, or transferred the devices rather, to your new SLZB Zigbee Coordinator. So what we'll do is go to Zigbee to MQTT, and it's saying that the app is starting. This can take some time, so we'll just wait for it to start. And as I've said, it depends on how many devices you've got and how fast your machine is that's hosting Home Assistant. So it could take about 5 or 6 minutes. So now you'll see that it took just a few seconds. In my case, because there's only one device, and if it doesn't load, then try refreshing the web page after about 5 minutes. And then you should have the Zigbee devices pop up in Zigbee to MQTT as they were before. So as you can see, we've got the smart plug there, which has been transferred across from the old coordinator to the new one without having to readopt and add the devices back into the Zigbee coordinator and to repair them. So that's how easy it is to transfer from one Zigbee coordinator to another using, of course, as I've said, the same chipset. So thanks for watching this video. Hope you found it useful. Now, if you do know of a solution to transfer all the devices from one different chipset to another, then feel free to leave a comment and I'll then review it and possibly do another updated video. So again, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll be back soon with more videos. Bye for now.